Dear students, this is module number 22 for the subject of strategic human resource management. By the beginning of this module, actually, we are also starting a new chapter today. The chapter is known as strategic management. And the first module of this chapter is Introduction to Linear Strategic Process. Before we start the chapter, we will discuss what are the possible learning outcomes. The first learning outcome, or you must be able to explain after completing this chapter, is to define and explain the concepts of a strategy, strategic management, business strategy, and competitive strategy. Why we want to learn about strategic management in the subject of strategic human resource management? Well, if you look at the title of the course, that is Strategic Human Resource Management, the first word is strategic and the last word is management. So, in order to understand the strategic role of human resource management, we need to understand what is strategic management. That's why our first learning objective is to understand the concept of a strategic management. The second learning objective is to critically evaluate the role of vision and mission statements. You might have learned about vision and mission statements in other subjects. However, what role they play in the strategic management or in the subject of strategic human resource management, we will discuss in this module. The third learning objective is to understand the relationship between business strategy and competitive strategy. The another learning objective, which is very critical to this subject, is appreciate the importance of competitive advantage and the different ways in which this can be achieved. How a firm can achieve competitive advantage. What is the role of competitive strategy in helping organizations to achieve or gain a sustainable competitive advantage? The next learning objective is define and explain the concept of strategic alignment. The understanding of a strategic alignment is fundamental to understand what is strategic human resource management or what is HR strategy. And the last learning objective is critically analyze key trends in strategic management. We have to update ourselves and we need to understand what are the trends in this field. To complete this discussion on these learning outcomes or to accomplish these learning outcomes, in this chapter, we will discuss these concepts: strategic management, business strategy, competitive strategy, organizational structure, organizational culture, strategic alignment, and resource based view. Remember, students, I'm talking about the concepts. Before we move forward, I would like to explain that we have a lot of concepts in our mind. We have theories, we have models, and we have frameworks. Concepts are vague, concepts are ambiguous, and people have a different definitions of each concept what they have in their mind. If we want to understand something, the first thing what Schwabe said in 1980, you have to define it. If you cannot define something, you cannot understand it. So we have the concepts. So by definition, concepts are vague, abstract images in people's mind. For example, if you talk about a strategy, what is a strategy? People will tell you different definitions or different ways of their understanding or their image about what is a strategy. So that's why we say that these are concepts, and concepts are vague. Just like black color is a concept, a smiley face is a concept, a sad face is a concept, happiness is a concept. So if you ask people about these things, they will probably explain or they will offer you at different definitions according to what image they have about those things in their minds. Let's move forward towards the module objective. And the first thing is first, what is the strategic management process or the linear strategic management process? Remember, guys, I'm saying process. When something is process, it is a continuation of something which may start from something and we will end up might be revision or reviewing those things. So in recent years, vision and mission statements have become a popular way of summarizing and communicating an organization's strategic direction. How do we know what is the strategic direction of an organization? Perhaps if we look at the vision and the mission statement of an organization, we may be able to know that what is the strategic direction of that organization. So very briefly, you people might have studied multiple times what is a vision. So it is an aspirational statement about what the organization will look like in future. Usually the vision statement is developed or used by the founder of the organization, the person who has developed or created an organization. After some times, if the founder has gone away, left the organization, or died, usually the organization is transferred to its family members or the board of directors. So in this way, somebody can change the vision statement even it was developed by the founder. Just one example here is Morrison UK Retailer. Their mission statement is to the food specialist for everyone. So it helps an organization members to understand we are working for what type of an organization and what we want to achieve. We will talk about the mission and rest of the strategic process in the next modules. Thank you.